The day I walked out of the Hale estate, no one tried to stop me. Not my father, not my siblings. To them, I was just the quiet failure they'd finally gotten rid of. 10 years later, I came back and made sure they would never ignore me again. I've always believed some truths are only revealed when you're ready to claim them. Growing up as the youngest Hale, I learned early that I was never going to be the golden child. My father was a stern, proud man who valued status above all else. My mother died when I was little, and any warmth in our house died with her. My older siblings, Victor, Lena, and Marcus, thrived under my father's gaze. They were each talented in their own way, and each learned to look at everyone else with that same cold scrutiny. Victor was ruthless. He never cared who he stepped on, as long as he got ahead. He was the first to mock me for not fitting in. Lena was more subtle. She could smile as she whispered poison. If she'd had her way, I'd have been locked out of the family forever. Marcus. Marcus was the golden child, the heir apparent, the perfect son who reminded me every chance he got that I didn't belong. And me? I was the quiet one in the corner, reading books no one cared about, sketching ideas no one wanted to hear. By the time I turned 18, the message was clear. I was a disappointment. So when I was 20, I left. No ceremony, no argument. I packed a suitcase and walked out of that house without looking back. They assumed I'd vanish into obscurity, a nobody with no future. What they didn't know was that I had a plan. I took what little my mother had left in a hidden account, just enough to scrape together a chance, and started a company. Horizon Venture Group. No one had heard of it, no one cared, but it was mine. The early years nearly broke me. I remember one month when I pitched to 12 investors in a single week, and every single one turned me down. There was a night I sat alone in a cramped office, the paint peeling off the walls, staring at a ledger that said I had less than $5,000 left in the business account. One more bad month and it would all be over. But somehow, I kept going. I refused to give them the satisfaction of being right about me. 18-hour days, bad coffee, rejection after rejection. Then, finally, one deal closed, then another, and another. I learned everything by doing it myself, negotiating contracts, building a team, managing risk. Horizon grew quietly, steadily, until it was strong enough to start acquiring smaller companies. Logistics, import-export, technology. No one knew I was behind it. I signed everything under an alias, E.M. Hale. And when the Hale Corporation began to flounder under my siblings' management, I didn't gloat. I quietly bought up their creditors' debts and kept them afloat,